Hi, and welcome back to Armchair Pundits. We've got full house again, as you can see. Hi, Daryl. Hi, Leon.
Hey,
Yeah,
bro.
what's up?
How's it going?
You two cool? Oh, feeling
Yeah,
good,
sorry
man.
for my absence last week, night shifts and all that. So yeah, I wasn't about.
It's cool. It's cool. Just enjoying my week, man. 2 wins in a week. Nice
Anything
little
happen on the weekend?
7-0. Nah, man.
Manchester United.
Yeah, 7-7. Too many sevens, man. So I never thought I'd
Surprised you
see
got.
it,
I suppose you got a can of 7 Up. Just that.
bruv. I bought 7 and I drank them all. Nah, it's mad because after beating them 5-0 last year, 4-0 last year, and honestly, we beat them 5-0 at Old Trafford. Like second half, we declared and we were like, "It's done, innit? We're just gonna cruise the second half."
Mhm.
And this first half wasn't anything like either of those 2 games. I mean, it was pretty much even contest. They had
They had good chances as well.
yeah, they did. Casemiro's goal disallowed. I was like, oh, thank God, because the way I saw the game going into it, whoever scored first would probably win the game. And obviously, with that mentality, I was dreading Man United scoring first because our confidence might have just crumbled. So when we got the goal through Gakpo, which was a normal Gakpo goal that I've been waiting to see since
Yeah,
he signed.
this kind of Gakpo goal that we're used to in the Eredivisie. That kind of finish there was The ball as well by Robbo. Whew.
Quality.
Yeah.
He was, but the defending from
It
Fred,
was.
man, Lord of mercy, what was he doing?
Yeah.
No, seriously.
Mm.
It was out. It was lost, innit? It was lost.
But nah, yeah,
Go on.
7-0. I mean, it's obviously a fantastic victory for Liverpool. They'll be able to, you know, tell this tale for a while, especially against their main rivals. Let's be honest, like Man
Yeah.
United, Liverpool,
Yeah,
the hatred is there.
the banter. Yeah, the banter's been mad. I see the social
Ah,
medias out there. It's been crazy, but
But
like today, the date of our recording, I've seen the text messages out there with
Man
the
United
the
March
the,
2023.
yeah, Liverpool, Man United, and then March 2023. Where geez, the banter's been ridiculous.
Thing
But
is, one
yeah,
of
I'm
those
sure
is never
these.
gonna go. It's never gonna go away though, because you can
Nah, it's
never live it
true.
down. Like
Yeah,
5-0 at Old Trafford was bad enough. But the year after, when we were supposed to be dead and buried and we're this, we're that, we're washed, for them, I think they're 22 games unbeaten. I could be wrong. I think it was like 22 games unbeaten, something crazy like that, or 12. I could be.
it wasn't
It's
that
a
many
big
because
difference,
remember
but I
they
think it's
lost.
one of
They
those two.
lost to Arsenal in that time, haven't they?
Okay, so I think maybe it was 12 then. Maybe it was 12 games unbeaten, and to lose it in that manner, and they gave up.
They gave up
Unprofessional.
those
If
last
man
three
scored it.
goals. They literally stopped playing football, which is despicable.
there's some calamitous goals all game though from them. I don't know what they was on, to be honest with you. I don't know. Was it impact from the League Cup final? Uh,
It's been a problem for some, as we know, Daryl. After winning the League Cup, that there's been a fall off. The celebrations, obviously they're on a high. They didn't really play well against West Ham the previous game in the FA Cup. They were quite lucky to get through,
Mm,
because West Ham had a lot
Yeah.
of good chances. But yeah, it's your main rivals. You go to Anfield, you know that it's gonna be a tense atmosphere. You got to keep it tight. 1-0 at half time is not the end of the world
It's nothing. It's
in
nothing.
a
no.
derby. Do you know what I mean? It's not the end of the world. So going into the second half, you concede early, problem, and then you concede 3 minutes later. I mean, you once you're 3-0 down, you just gotta
Yeah,
keep
game was
it
over.
tight and try to not get battered. But unfortunately, that's exactly what happened. They just gave up. And Ten Hag uh, couldn't couldn't put the words any better by saying they're just unprofessional. James is just out here busting up.
I'm just, I'm just looking at James's face, and he's just killing me out here, bro. I can't even help it.
Bro, I'm
Like,
just gonna stop talking
jeez.
and let
Listen,
the Liverpool fan have his time, mate.
wow,
But you know what? Yeah,
listen,
if ever Liverpool needed to pick me up, boy, this
trust
was
me.
it. Like, I ain't gonna lie, Leon. I'm afraid.
What do you mean
Like,
afraid?
we're lucky to
But
be in
we're not
fourth.
getting top four,
We're
bruv.
lucky to be in fourth
Top four,
anyway. We
top
was
four. We
lucky
ain't
to be
getting
in
top
fourth
four, bruv.
anyway. But this has rejuvenated Liverpool. Like,
They're 3 points
the
behind with a
only
game in
way.
hand already. Like we said it, we called it. They said we're not far. They're not far behind. They're not far behind, Daryl. I knew it. It was either going
Yeah,
to be them
we
or
need
Chelsea
this. We need this.
is Liverpool.
But to expect a result like this against United, that were in form, like you never expected this, and this is the kind of this is a massive boost for them. Like the
Yeah,
confidence is high. Can you imagine these guys coming back into the training center after that result? They are going to be buzzing. They look at the league table as well. Like, look, we're 3 points off of fourth, game in hand. Yeah, we're back.
and we've got a week to
So
prepare for Bournemouth as well, which
I know.
which helps. Is I've said it. I've been saying it before. We needed certain people back.
Mm,
Fabinho was back. Last couple of games, the Wednesday game yesterday, he was back. Kanate, the difference between Kanate
mm.
now and Matip and
The difference between a
Gomez is
period,
stark.
bruv. Ever since the first time he
Stark.
stepped
Yeah.
on
Yeah,
at
I know.
Liverpool, he's
Yeah,
been
yeah.
that guy really that to play. He just needed to stay fit.
He's
He's just injury prone for such
he's
a strong guy.
he's the strength in there. He is just no
Mm.
nonsense, pure strength, pure brutality. He don't care. Like, and you got him and Van Dijk. When you've got that as a partnership, it's going to show that it's worked. It's
I
working
think
for other teams.
he gives Van Dijk confidence. He makes Van Dijk play better as well
Mm.
because it's
Van
just
Dijk
the
knows that he
last
doesn't
two
have to do a
games.
madness, bruv. That's the difference.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's
exactly.
true,
Yeah,
and I guess he's got the pace.
Yep.
He knows that there's someone next to him that can even, if he does
mm.
falter, he can come back. But it was just crazy because I looked at it and I said last week on the show that Rashford against what do you call it against Trent is going to be very difficult, and he didn't even play him left wing.
Nope.
Like Trent's been having issues with these kind of guys all season, and he puts Bruno Fernandes. Rashford must have been so excited to see Bruno Fernandes in front of him the whole game. Pretty much, not well, for like 60 minutes of the game, 70 minutes of the game, because he didn't want that. He didn't want that smoke,
Mm.
Mm-mm.
and it messed
Yeah.
him up.
It's quite crazy. It's like we've had this with a couple of teams this season. Obviously, Pep's done it, and now Ten Hag's done it. It's where it's like they overthink it
Hmm.
and they go against what's been working and what would exploit certain situations. And yeah, they came unstuck.
Yeah.
Um,
I felt
Bruno did get a chance early on with a header. I wouldn't say it was an easy header, but
He's got to get
if
it
you
on
had to
target
come,
at least, and you never
yeah,
know.
I suppose
Goalkeeper
so.
can parry it.
But I don't know the capitulation against
It
your
was great.
rivals like that.
It was great.
It's
I mean,
yeah, I was surprised. I was
I've,
surprised about the tactics because as much as playing the Veghorst, but as the false nine or whatever has worked, or
mm,
the support striker has worked in some games, I don't think against Liverpool it was the right idea. They would have almost been better
mm,
off just saying, right, put Veghorst up top if they want someone to hold the ball up, and then
mm,
have Rashford on one wing and Anthony on the other, or someone else, and then Bruno as that guy in the hole, and trying to
mm.
create things. But boy, what can you say? The players that went out there,
listen, I can't even lie.
they didn't do a job.
I can't even lie. Like when I saw the lineup and I saw no Bajcetic, I saw the lineup Henderson playing left, where he never plays, left of the three, and Elliot playing. I was like, come on, man. Bajcetic has been our best player 2023. Like
Yeah,
he
but
Hendon,
you can
I
understand it.
get.
Is it?
I,
It's a derby, baptism of
but
fire.
listen,
United
it's
are
a
in
bigger
form.
derby. Yeah, it's a
Yeah,
bigger derby
and
than the Everton derby.
oh yeah,
But
because
but
it's
it's
complete different. It's completely Everton are in a relegation battle.
Everton, it was a harder
United,
game. Everton
would
game was
say
harder.
up until this point would say up, up until this point, Everton are in a relegation battle, and Liverpool, United, there's talk of them being in the title race still. So you're going to bring in your guys that are going to be rock. They're going to be solid. They know what to do. I get it for young shoulders. That could have been too much, but
I'm just
I
happy.
don't even know if he had started. It could
Yeah,
have been worse, I guess.
I'm
Because
happy. I'm
jeez,
happy for being your World Cup because some people have said it's okay for him to go in the season. Like, why not sell him now? Because he's not gonna recover. He's gonna get worse and worse. But I've had faith that that class is permanent for me, bro. Form is temporary, and for me, yes, it's been out of form for maybe 9 months or whatever. But his class was always going to shine through, and it seems like it's coming back. We'll see from now to the end of the season. Some people may still say, well, if it's going to happen again, so sell him. But you don't sell guys like that. I'm sorry. Like Fernandinho, they don't sell him. They let him do his job, and you use someone like that. You don't. There's not many out there better than him. So for
Bro, you
me, if
think
you do
about
bring
it,
someone in, you got to keep him.
the DMs in football are the ones that suffer the most.
shoot,
They have to do so much of
Yeah,
the work. You look at Kante. Kante never
yeah,
used to get injured. Now,
finished.
now
Mm-hmm.
it's showing all that work that he's put in, all those miles that he's been
Mm-hmm.
doing for the team, selflessness, come back, and it's
yeah.
now he's paying the price. So to me,
You look at this. You look at the
So should we
stats
get
on
rid of him
most of
then?
those DMs. On those most of the stats on those DMs, they're the ones that run the most. They cover the most miles on the pitch
mhm.
Mm.
over a season. So yeah, it's going to take its toll.
So do you
And
think we should get
if
rid
you
of him then?
No, I
no,
just think
you got the players that you can
rotation.
manage him.
You need to
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
like as you said
that's the way I see it.
exactly with Fernandino. Fernandino never had to play every game. They used to bring guys in who could do a similar job. They had their Fernando
Yeah,
and they obviously
Fernando.
brought on Rodri, but before that they always had
Yeah,
someone else that they could go to sharp shot, take him off, or in certain games they could say right, rest Fernandinho, and
Mm.
they have a ready-made replacement, and that's all Liverpool need is someone else that can come in and do a similar job. It's not easy to find, but there is young players out there who who could fill those shoes and get to a point where they become the number one, and Fabinho becomes the supplementary piece at some point. So we'll see, man.
Well, I'm just hoping for us. It's like Bournemouth is early kickoff. So in all honesty, by the time you guys kick off, we could be in top four.
All right, mate,
You
calm
got
down.
Nottingham Forest, they're away. Now, obviously, I thought it was done. I said it probably
nah,
four or
we
five
No,
weeks
we
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 knew,
ago.
knew it
you
wasn't.
I thought it was
knew.
done.
No, James, let's be real.
That's the,
So,
yeah, that's the only chance that anyone can have now is the fact that you've got an early kickoff. You just beat United 7-0, and if you're complacent and going to that game, because we've seen what Bournemouth are capable of doing, especially against Arsenal. Um,
mm,
if you go into that complacent and drop points, then yeah, then that confidence gets dented. But you go there, you roll up, you're in top four before the 3 o'clock kickoffs. Yeah, it could be a problem.
because we need it. Because after that, we play Man City, then we play Chelsea, then we play Arsenal in a row. So we have to beat Bournemouth. Because as much as I would love it to happen, we're not getting 9 points from those 3 games. If it happens for some miracle, then fantastic.
But you say that,
But
but after
nine
a result
points,
like that, anything's possible. But
bro, it's Etihad, then Bridge first. If
yeah,
there was
well,
two at Anfield, then I'll be more confident. But the
I
first
guess
two
so.
after that are away from home, and our home away form is horrific. I think we won 3 games away from home, something crazy like that. So I'm not holding too much. But enough of us, you guys,
Hmm.
and obviously I know you
Nah,
guys aren't too happy with your
nah,
game.
we can roll on. We can move on to the next game. It's okay. Like
But
it's completely the opposite
the opposite,
feelings of
yeah.
what you're getting right now because this team's just nothing but frustrating right now. And do you know what? I'm actually at a point where I actually generally don't know how I feel about our form, the season, our management, whether I'm going to renew my season ticket next season.
Wow,
Literally,
that bad?
Bro,
yeah, because it's just
I've
like,
I've emotionally detached myself from getting annoyed with
let
Tottenham
me take.
because have
Let,
the same issues season after season, and during the game, obviously animated up, but as soon as the game's done, I'm like, cool, let me just leave them because what's the point? What is the point?
I'm starting to get better at doing that, but Leon knows how I am. Like
People draw you into
if my
conversation
if my,
and make you want to talk
if
about
my
it.
te- if my team loses on a weekend, my team that I manage or my team that I play for, and then Tottenham lose, my weekend's a wrap. And my boy, people will tell you, yeah, my weekend's a wrap. But
You know what?
right now,
Watching the game, let's actually do a little bit of analysis rather than just moaning about how annoying they are. Like, on a real, seriously, first half, we
Yeah.
actually played well in the first half for once.
yeah,
We just didn't
but didn't
finish our
take any
chances.
chances.
Oh my goodness,
Exactly.
the amount of chances we had, the decision making in the final third was awful. And I don't know I don't really know what boots they had on, but they weren't the shooting boots because, as I said, the amount of chances we created, played football, like Wolves really played into our hands. They didn't really press us. We managed
Yep.
to find spaces. We had runners. The wing backs got forward, got crosses in. Just couldn't find a net. We hit the crossbar twice in the
Mm.
game. But second half, you just knew. You just felt it. As soon as Wolves came
Yeah.
out, they made changes at half time. They brought on Traore, and it's like Tottenham went into retreat mode. And
I don't
we
get it
let
as well
Wolves back in the
because
game. They didn't have a prayer in the first
teams
half.
teams change stuff against us, but we never change anything until it's too
Too late.
late. What is the point? Like, if you see you're dominating a team and you're getting chances, but we've not taken them,
Hmm.
switch it up something. Change it about. Decide what you're doing. Take it to them because in that, like you said, Leon, in the first half, Wolves were nowhere in touch with us. But again, you always feel it with us. Is that second half? You've played well first half, second half you're gonna play poor. Like
You just
if you
can't get
played
a
poor
solid 90
first half,
minutes.
you're hoping that you're gonna be second. Yeah, it's a one half team. And look, fair play, great finish by Traore. Like improvised quality.
Hmm.
To be honest, Foster couldn't really done nothing about that. But even beforehand, like the stupid mistakes that we started to make, losing the ball in stupid areas, slack, loose passes. Like you then encourage your team to come at you. And like, look, I was vexed about the FA Cup. That alone felt like it killed my season
I
for
didn't
me,
get that.
right?
I said to Leon, why was Harry Kane on the bench? I don't
Bro,
understand.
forget that,
You
bro.
got.
Harry Kane has played the most minutes of everyone in our team. He's played too many minutes.
So that's why.
Resting him against the FA Cup is not the reason we lost. We lost because the team
Mm.
mentality is just so whack. As soon as they get past the flipping
And
Milton Keynes, they don't know how to play football up north, bruv. They don't have to play football in the Midlands. They don't have to play football away from home. It's just unbelievable. Our away wins have come against flipping teams in the south of the country. Brighton, Bournemouth, Crystal Palace. It's like flipping hell, man. It's back to the old Tottenham with that
old school Tottenham, innit?
away
Yeah,
performances, bro.
can't can't deal with them harsh up north winter games, boy. But like I said, that the FA Cup that killed me because give a damn about fourth Champions League. I want to win something, man. Straight
Mm.
up, first and foremost, I want to win something, and the FA Cup was there, available. Like I'm not saying that there's with a strong chance of we're gonna be, but you look at the teams that were left in that FA Cup. Like we were one of the top four teams in that in left in if we had have got through. And now it's a case of Champions League, we're a goal behind in the Champions League to AC Milan.
Mm.
Right,
Maybe play it back, but as
we're
well.
not winning Champions League. Right, let's be realistic.
Mm.
Right, so then you're looking at we're battling for fourth again, so we're not winning nothing. Arsenal could go ahead and win the title. We're struggling to make sure we hold on to fourth. Like this could be a disastrous season. Now, I literally don't know where the hell I feel we. I just don't. I'm just lost. Like, yeah, I'm just lost. I just don't know what to think, where to go. It's just my season. It feels like my season's over already for Tottenham. I generally feel like that. Go on, Leon.
Oh, yeah.
We
It's go. I was gonna let Leon go because I know you got more to say.
Bro, I don't really. I do and I don't. I just, yeah, I'm just.
I feel like right now Leon can be more analytical about it because I'm just very emotional about it right
bro, the
now.
thing is, right?
If I'm honest with you,
You hit the nail on the head, right? You would like to win something, and you don't even play,
Mm.
bruv. You're a fan. The reason we support teams is because we get the joy of seeing our teams be successful or with the hope to be successful. But where do you, when you look at Tottenham, do you really feel like the team, squad, the chairman, the board, as a collective, do you really feel like they really, really want to win something? Because the words that are coming out their mouth suggest that yes, they do, but the actions don't suggest that that's
there's a
what's happening, bro.
handful of players that you can maybe say that
Bro,
for. A
but can
handful
you?
of
Because
players,
even in those
like
games, the Sheffield United games, right? They are a championship side, bro.
nah,
No, bro, they're a championship
Leon,
side.
look at some of the
Happened
No,
the
no,
first
no.
season though.
dead players. Look at some of
Listen,
the dead players that are
Daryl,
on the pitch, though,
Daryl,
bro. Come on, that shouldn't happen,
there
bro.
is no players, there's no team in the championship that should be able to beat us comfortably with the players that we have on the pitch. No way. The reason that they're Premier League players is because they're supposed to be Premier League quality, not flipping struggling relegation players. They are playing in the top six side. They should be able to deal with Sheffield United, bro. So to me, it's just an
Sheffield United
excuse.
second team as well.
It's an excuse.
Yeah, no,
It's an excuse saying, "Oh, Kane
I
Wilder's came on
wasn't
the
it the
bench,
first team?
and then Levy
No, it
coming
weren't their
out."
first team, James.
Sorry, Levy coming out
It weren't their, yeah.
some statement apparently saying that he was furious that he was benched. Bro, you spent 60 million on Richarlison. If Richarlison can't come on or can't start a match and
Mm.
score against Sheffield United, what are we doing? What are we doing?
But if Kane's furious, he has a right to be furious. He wants to win
It
something.
was
This could be
Levy
his
that
last
was
season that
furious.
he's at the club, right? Um, why is Kane not starting? When has Kane ever had a problem with his fitness to stay and play all the matches that he does? He should have started. Not that I'm sure it would have made a difference, but you have your number one potent striker on the pitch. It makes their defenders think completely different.
Bring him off after 60
You know
minutes.
exactly.
Game's 2-0 up. Bring him off after 60 minutes because they haven't got their strongest team out. So
So
I
it's
hear what you're
just
saying, man, but
like
I'm sorry. I think it's just excuses, mate. It's excuses.
look,
no,
there's
you've
there,
got a
there's
valid point.
there's
Listen, you've got Lucas,
there's
Richarlison, and Son up front. They should be able to score. Perisic on one
look,
side. You
look,
do
Bro,
look,
sign
look,
in
Luke,
Porro.
we signed Danjuma on loan.
It's more than enough.
We signed
Yeah,
Danjuma on
and he
loan,
even
and he's barely touched pitch. What is going on?
yeah.
Why is Lucas? Lucas is leaving. Lucas has been a missing in action for however long. He's not been good for the last year, 2 years. Like he's never been the same since he got dropped in the Champions League final. He's never been the same guy. Like
Mm.
he's been gone since then. So to me, I don't understand why you bring someone online, you snatch him from someone else who would probably play him every game, and now we don't even play him. Is he not good enough? Did we not do our scouting report? Because to me, when I've seen Danjuma play for Villarreal in the Champions League and Europa League, he's looked great. Played
All
against
right.
Bayern Munich.
Mm.
Played better than any of our players have played against Bayern Munich in the last 2 years when we played them. So to me, I don't understand how what we're doing. We're making signings and they're just on the bench, just collecting.
it feels like sometimes we're just signing people for numbers because Danjuma was not a position we needed
No,
when we
Mm.
signed him. You know,
Especially not on the
but
permanent. If you sign him on loan, it's weird.
I get what they're trying to do. Maybe
no, you don't,
different
bro.
options,
You just said it. It
creativity.
don't make sense.
Yeah, it just wasn't what we needed. But like, come on, Leon, you got to admit, yeah, like Lucas shouldn't be starting.
Shouldn't be touching the pitch right
Yeah,
now, bro.
right. Davison Sanchez shouldn't be playing. Like, come on, these guys that have been there for like these guys that have been there from that Champions League season, why are they still there?
We haven't
You can't
evolved.
expect these guys to come in after not even playing most of the season, having bit
Mm.
part roles and stuff like that, to come in and then you expect them to give blood and passion for a game when realistically next season they're possibly out of here anyway.
Mm.
Like, come on, man. Like, literally, like I said, I feel like for me, the season is done. Like, the only hope realistically, is we hold on to fourth, and after seeing what Liverpool did to United, I like, it's not even just Liverpool, like Newcastle. I
Their
think
fixtures seem to be calm,
I
to be
think
honest. You've played a lot
yeah,
of
okay.
the
Our
other
next three
guys.
fixtures are calm. Let's see how many points we get after our next three fixtures, isn't it? Yeah,
I think
let's see.
that's what it is.
We got
Because
Nottingham
I'd
Forest,
rather have your
Everton.
fixtures than our fixtures.
Yeah, well, we'll see. We'll
Let's
see.
move
Anyway, let's
on.
move on. Yeah,
I'm
let's
We'll move
move
on
done.
on,
to
man.
Arsenal.
Arsenal. Yeah, you made more.
Arsenal.
Yeah, that's gonna make us feel better because every team right now that's playing Arsenal and that's got a chance of upsetting them,
Bro,
spoiling.
no
They
one,
just,
no one, no one at the start of the day was going that Bournemouth were gonna take points off Arsenal, bro. They were away from
but
home.
bro,
They went 2-0 up, yes, but Arsenal had all the possession, all the chances. They literally just parked the bus and hoped that they didn't concede, and they were gonna concede. Arsenal were always gonna break them down. The Arsenal are creating chances, and they're playing football right now. They were they're getting goals from guys that don't even score. So there you go,
Reece Nelson come off the bench and
bro.
turn the game
The
around. Like,
flipping
are you
quality
serious?
finish as well, bro. Flipping
Are
He's a
you
hell,
good player
are you
though.
serious?
he's a good
It's been
player.
unfortunate. He's a good player, Reece Nelson though. Like
But
he was supposed to be the next young thing for them when he first passed through.
Mm.
He's had his loans. He's had
but
his little
ju-
spells to do this and that.
the thing is though, yeah, like forget. I'm not even just talking about it's Arsenal. Bournemouth, you're in a relegation battle yourselves. You're trying to stay up. You're 2-0 up against top of the table. Come on, man.
Bro, don't you think they tried hard to defend, bro? You're making it sound like they just capitulated. They defended
Exactly.
better
They had
than
Bro, it
we
felt like that.
usually
90%
did.
possession.
Felt like that. Felt like that, bro. Like,
Yeah,
come
it's
on, you
just,
got to
bro.
concentrate,
As
bro.
I said,
Even
man.
even even at the end, bro. Even at the end, like, come on, man. Like 98th minute, bro. Come on, man.
Let me ask you a question. How many passes do you think they completed in that game?
I don't know.
103 passes, bro. They were under the cosh.
I know
Bro,
that's
103
they
under the
were
cosh.
under,
I
passes.
know
bro.
that's under
They
the
were
cosh, bro.
under it, bro.
So they were
Under it,
finished when it got to the 90 over
Yeah, bro.
minutes, bro. They
bro.
were
You
It's
got
finished.
hard to
you
defend
got to
all
manage the
game,
game
man.
better than that, bro.
And
No,
not
I
only
can't
that,
even
come
talk.
on, Reece Nelson's shot was nice, but he's not left-footed. That was a shot in hope, bro. He chested that, he put it down, and he thought, you know what, I got nothing else. Let me shoot. I'm not saying he didn't mean it, but he can give him that many more times. He's not going to score it. So credit to him for having the courage to try it, and it worked because that's how you win leagues. You have to have the courage to try things in the last second of games
Yeah,
to try
well,
and win it.
how you win leagues is when you pull off results
Like
and
that.
get the vibes that you get from those situations. Like 98th minute winner,
They feel
mad
unbeatable. They feel
scenes.
unbeatable. They've done
Yeah,
it twice.
it's
Twice in the last
crazy
3 weeks now.
because now anytime you're in that situation again, you think, well, we've
You're
done it before, we
confident.
can do it again.
Hmm
Do you know what I'm saying? But yeah,
So
you're right. Look, realistically, they deserved the victory. It's just that in those situations, I feel Bournemouth have got to game manage that better, and for their own relegation safety, that they got to do that. I
You
feel
know what?
like
Yeah, I
I don't
understand what
know.
that was saying, but I don't because they did the same thing against us, and we were at their ground. They should have destroyed. They were 2-0 up against us, and we came back and won flipping 3-2 or 4-3 or whatever it was, 3-2.
there you go.
So to me,
Yeah,
as I said, nobody expected Bournemouth to take points of Arsenal, and exactly
Mm.
what should have happened was that Arsenal won the game and got 3 points. So it's just the way that they won made it special because normally that sort of game where Arsenal kind of fumble the ball or fumble the chance to increase their lead, they actually didn't. They managed to get the victory that
No.
they needed, and they've done that a couple of times this season, as we already said. So it is what it
yeah.
is, man. They're doing their thing.
We'll move on to Man City because they started off the weekend. And Foden is back. I think he's got 5 goals now since he's come back.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like
Silva,
complete change around the form now. And look at that, Foden's playing well, scoring goals, and City look like they're winning matches easy, cruising. So
It
yeah,
Newcastle
wasn't.
gave him
It
a game
wasn't.
though. To be
No,
fair,
it wasn't that
it
kind of
wasn't
game.
easy.
To be
It
honest
wasn't
with
easy.
you, Newcastle,
it wasn't
Newcastle
it wasn't bad.
had a good couple of, I would say, at least two gilt edge chances to score in that game.
Yeah, they
Yes,
did.
City were the better side, but it wasn't like
It
it wasn't as comfortable as the scoreline suggests. It was.
No, I hear you saying, but in terms of how City have been playing and some of the points that they've been dropping lately, they felt like they was in control against a team that's in the top half of top 6, top 5, and they felt in control.
Hmm.
You know, so yeah, it's a good result for them. Haaland's not on the score sheet, but
Bruv, fantasy football just killing everyone again, man. I forgot to change it. It's supposed to be Salah. Salah was supposed to be my fantasy football captain. And I had a decent week, but it'll be even better. I think I would have got over 100 this week. Can't
you only beat me by
even
2
take him
points.
out.
You beat me by 2 points, James. You're lucky.
I thought, when I looked at it, I thought you had it.
No, you beat me by 2 somehow.
Must be what's the name come off the bench? Oh yeah, I had Andreas come off the bench in yesterday's game. It's nice. I'm staying ahead of our normal winner. Won't say names, but our normal winners. I'm staying ahead of him right at the moment.
Yeah, how many points ahead of him are you? About 7?
Yeah, 7. He didn't have a good weekend, but yeah, 7 points ahead.
Wow.
But
anyway,
he's won it. He's won a league. He's won a league 7 years in a row anyway, so he's fine with that.
All right,
But
so
no, City
moving on to
obviously
Chelsea.
putting the pressure on Arsenal at the moment. But yeah, Newcastle, are they still in? Are they genuinely in the hunt for top 4, or do you think they're just looking at Europe now?
We have to
They're in the
see.
hunt for top 4 because they're chasing us
they're
right
in the
now.
hunt.
So yeah,
They're chasing Liverpool.
Their next game.
do you know what? Do you know what? Yeah,
Bro.
while it's officially us in 4th, then they're chasing us. But like James said, come the weekend after the early match, that's that's when we'll see in it. From there on, then everyone's got to chase Liverpool down.
Because Newcastle got
But
Wolves on Sunday. That's the Super Sunday game. So they're at home. So we'll see. Wolves had a poor result against us. I think when we played them, they didn't have a shot after the 13th minute, but they managed to recover. See, they got lucky against you with a wonder strike from Adama. So we'll see what they can do against Newcastle. You never know. Lopetegui's a good manager in that regard. But we'll move on to Chelsea. Finally, Potter gets his win.
yeah, good result for them. Yeah, Fofana scoring the goal, bullet header.
Timely return for him with Silva getting injured.
Do you know what was interesting is that they seem to play more confident in that game. Chelsea. I know it's Leeds.
Yeah, I think that's part of it though. Leeds, new manager, the whole works.
Leeds allow you to play football, man. They allow you to play football.
Yeah.
That's one thing Leeds do.
And Chelsea were very resolute. They've stayed strong, shored it up towards the end, and made sure they saw the victory over the line, which is quite impressive. So maybe Potter's turning things around.
But they won tonight again.
Yep, good result in Champions League against a really informed Borussia Dortmund as well, and yeah,
it was a deserved win. So
yeah, deserved win. Yeah,
I was hoping we've got them in a few 4 games away. I was hoping that they would, or 3 games away. I was hoping that they would still be in the doldrums. So let's hope they don't win this weekend.
They've got players, man. Let's be honest. They've got players.
They don't catch up to us, boy.
There's too many. I'm hoping that stays the same. Because you look at it now, they took off talking about tonight's game. They took off Felix, or as that's called, João Felix, and he was fuming coming off. You can see it. And you're bringing on Mudryk in his place, and he's thinking I've just been bought for 80 odd million. I'm never getting a game. So he's got to work on that, and it's a whole new ball game for him. And hopefully, like I said, and you hope as well, they don't come back into it until next season. Yeah. Hopefully, it takes a little time to find out what it's all about.
More money, more problems.
Indeed.
Then we can go on to, I guess, Bournemouth. Brighton. Brighton, are they in the race for the top 4?
Nah, personally, I don't think so. They will pick up points, but I think they'll drop here and there.
They destroyed West Ham.
They did
this weekend.
But West Ham are
destroyed. West Ham are literally Jekyll and Hyde. Last week, West Ham destroyed Forest, and then this week, got their.
I think West Ham seem to get up for these relegation battles.
Yeah.
But when they come up against top of the table team, they just seem to just like let them do what they want.
Brighton's been a bit of a bogey team for them though since they've been in the Prem. It's not the first time that Brighton's duppied them, and even at the London Stadium, Brighton have had a good couple of wins against West Ham since they've been in the Premier League. So I think Brighton might just be one of those teams that just a bogey team for West Ham at the moment. But no, legitimately, Brighton are doing their thing, continuing their good form. As soon as I took out
Got a
Matoma,
good
he scores
manager.
a goal again, typical. So
No.
yeah, they're doing their thing, man, in challenging for Europe. So we shall see. We shall see.
Cool. So we'll swiftly move on again. So it's down to the bottom of the table. No, Brentford. Brentford. Last night, good game. Three
Good
two
game, yeah.
was 3-2 was a bit flattering because Brentford could have been far and away with that game, but
Yeah.
could be Tony's last goal for a while before we know.
You think
Not
he's
sure
gonna
how
get
soon
banned?
he's going to get. I think he's going to get banned. It's just a matter of how
I,
long because he's
it's a
admitted to
question of
some.
when as well.
He's admitted to some of it,
I
and
I feel like some of the effectively pleading guilty, maybe under certain circumstances, maybe I think they might if they play their cards right, you never know. They could even stretch it to say, well, next season it comes into play.
the interesting thing, him and his dad have the same name. Wonder if they tried that little trick. It wasn't me, it was my dad.
Could have done, but he's like I said, he's admitted to some things now.
Yeah,
You kind of think the fact that he's admitted to what deals have they cooked up?
yeah.
Because you got to remember these offences are not from this season. Do you know what I
No,
mean? So they could argue that it'd be unfair on the team for him
no.
to
I don't
be
think that'll matter. They're not
no.
going to care about the team. Nah, they're not going to say, okay, yeah, you know what? Because your team are doing so well, they're going for Europe. Yeah, we'll let you slide. You can take it next season. Nah, bro. When it's time
Yeah,
to give the decision, we'll get hammered down. So
well,
it's
we'll
unfortunate
see.
for
But
him because
it's
he missed out on the World Cup because of it.
true. It was a good game though yesterday. To be honest, that little derby has been a good derby since they've
Yeah,
been you know playing each other in the Prem. So yeah, and even when there's in the
in the
championships,
championship it was good as well.
yeah. So it was a good game. You left out one other game, James. You left out Southampton's 6-pointer against Leicester.
Ah,
It was
Alcaraz should have been sent off for that tackle.
yeah, he
Jeez.
should have
Then
been, but
scores the
you
winner.
know what? Yes,
Typical.
But then injures himself with a stupid knee slide. What an idiot. His manager was not happy and ended up by said he'd be telling him after the game.
I swear Van Persie
I
did
just
that
don't
one
get it.
time as well.
It's not. Yeah, I think a few people have done it. The risk alone, I just don't get why you'll do it now. From time one or two people get injured from knee slides, from goal celebrations, and you just think, okay, you know what? I'm just not going to do it. I know a lot of people, hundreds of people do it, and nothing happens. But
Mm.
you look at him; he's new to the league. He's having, I think it was only his second start for Southampton. Scores a winning goal, and it could be knee ligaments. He could be out for a few months just for a knee slide. It's mad. But I said he's one I was looking forward to because he's one of the players I want us to buy in the summer, in January. Sorry, he was one of the three young South Americans that have come to the Premier League that I was thinking, why don't we try him? Why don't we try him? And he's done it right. But I have to see where he goes from here. See where Southampton go because it was a good win for them.
It was, man. It's tight down there, as
Yeah,
we keep
very good
saying,
win.
man.
Yeah, it's needed.
Every win just gives you hope. You know,
I think there's something crazy like there's 6 points that cover bottom
12th.
to Europe nearly. So it's quite
Jeez,
crazy.
that's a lot.
Yeah. So anyone like Villa picked up a win against Palace. Palace is kind of
Oh, that
slipping
was
back
just
down,
red
slipping
cards,
back.
own goal.
Yeah, Palace seem to be slipping back into that group of relegation fodder as well. Um, and then obviously you had on the second game on Sunday, the one
Forest and
before
Everton.
the big
Right,
the
that was
big
a good game.
yeah
That was a very good game. I like Johnson, and the more the season's going on, the better he's getting. They've bought how many
yeah
strikers, and he's still
yeah
saying, "Nah, bro, I'm the
yeah.
one. I'm the guy."
His confidence is definitely up, and he's doing his thing. To be honest with you, Everton. it's looking a bit peak for them.
No,
Do you know what I mean?
with Dice there, I just feel like they're gonna pull it out somewhere. He's gonna pull out results because
I think
you go.
the signing of Daesh had a double factor. He gave him a chance of hopefully staying up, but
Yeah,
also
he can
he'll be a
fix it.
strong manager in the Championship if they get relegated. But I'm pretty sure most Everton fans are not going to want that because
They've
they
never
love
been
to say that the
relegated.
only team being relegated. So
Them and Arsenal, innit?
yeah,
Hmm.
fair.
Well, they will get at some point.
Who, Arsenal?
This rubbish. They will get it at some point. Oh, I just realised Johnson scored in the 77th minute.
Oh man, it's still on the 7th, boy. Lord have mercy.
Hey, this was gonna run forever, boy. It's gonna be
Bro, there's a few, Look, White scored in 70th minute, Sinisi 57, Anderson 27. Bloody hell, almost every game had a 7. Anyway, that's my last one. That's my last one.
yeah.
Until 7 days' time when I go back again. It was a good weekend. I can't even lie. Listen, it's never going to happen again. So I've got to milk it. Some Man United fans will say it's an FA Cup. It's our cup final. It's not a cup final. You beat a team, you rival 7-0. Whatever stage it is, it's memorable. It's memorable. I'm more jealous of the people actually in the stadium that got to witness it because they're never going to forget that. What they saw that night.
When's the last time you've been to Anfield, James? Probably about 7
It's been
years
a
ago.
while. Oh no. Ooh. 7 plus 7. It's gonna be 14 years ago. No, a lot less than that. A lot less than that. About a couple years ago. But it is what it is. We'll enjoy this for the rest of the week, and then when the next game comes, we've got to wipe it out because that's
Yeah,
important.
I hope you
We've
lot go and
got to
lose
beat
to
Bournemouth.
Bournemouth now. Yeah,
It's
hope
away from home.
Bournemouth learn to flipping have some game management and take you lot out.
We have them 9 this season, so they're gonna have something in store for us. Different manager, but they're gonna have some animosity towards us.
I very much
So
doubt
we
it.
just have to use it in the right way. Well,
Yeah,
it might not work. Because the animosity doesn't mean they're going to use it properly.
After
I see us.
beating
Go
United 7-0, you relish a trip to Bournemouth. Let's be realistic. So come on, lads, let's go and get this goal difference up.
It's true though, because that helped us, boy, significantly. Because I think the gap between us and Man United is 7 points, so we need to claw that back. There was no pun. That's just the truth.
Shut up, man. That's about no pun.
That's just the truth.
That was irrelevant information, bro. Irrelevant.
Hey, it's not much to shout about. It's just to put it in there. I'm saying it's capable. If we can score 7 goals, then we can catch up 7 points.
All right, let's end
On that note,
let's end the stream. Let's end
End
the
it on a
stream in
high.
there. What minutes
End it on a high.
is it the 47th minute of the stream? I don't
No.
even know.
boy,
Well,
we have still
it's been a fun
content
one.
for another 4 minutes to get you that 47, bro.
Anyway,
Well,
thanks
I'm
again,
glad
guys.
it's been a good week for some
You
people.
know what I mean?
James, look, I ain't gonna lie. I'm laughing and reveling in the joy that James is getting, and this is him being humble on our obviously on our video here, but
I could be a lot worse, bro.
he ain't been humble in real life. I know that. I've seen some of the stuff he's been dishing out. So I'm glad. Like while we do this every week, I'm glad at least one of us are happy this week.
I got to see if that meme of the Man United, the guy from laughing at Man United, if I can put it in at the end, permitting. So we'll see.
All right, let's get off here before he gets to the
Cool.
47th minute, like he said.
Damn it! All right, cool. Peace out.
Later on, guys.
Peace out.
Easy.
See you next week. Cheers.